Alrighty, ladies and germs, are you all welcome for this week's episode of Iron Gods? Hello? Are you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I see you, but I can't hear you. I can actually hear you. Well. Alright. We've got the same number of players from last time, but unfortunately our eccentric sorcerer with a gun is not going to be with us today. He had a bit of a private family issue to get to, so we are going to have to be... we'll have to make up his cries of pain and sorrow.
Am I an upgrade, a side grade, or a downgrade?
So he was all damage per round, and you're shenanigans per round, so, it's hard to say. He also had a fucking gunslinging Kasathan attached to him. Or no, you do, I mean, so that kind of fills in the DPS. It's hard to say. Okay, yeah. Well, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Starting from the left to the right, let me introduce everybody. My name is Luke Kenny, and I will be your lovely DM for this evening, or afternoon, or morning, whenever the fuck you're watching this. And to my right, or your right, I should say, we have the lovely Calistrian badass with a whip and her faithful familiar, wasp's familiar by the name of Salt. Say hello, my Calistrian lady. Or Sarah Hitchkin is your name, I should say. That's important.
Hello.
Yes. And after that, we have the large man by the name of Peter Hastings. Say hello there, my paladin friend.
Hello, I am his Paladinian friend.
That's him. I don't know
But
why I
not
did
Palestinian friend. There's a slight
Indeed.
difference.
Yes. Well, now that I
Both
think
go on
about
holy
it-
crusades.
Yeah, both go.
But I'm white.
Anyhow. And last but not least, since we're going to unfortunately have to skip over Taryn Gates, our sorcerer with the book there, we have our eldritch, not worshipping, but empowered oracle of time by the name of Von Worn Eyes Elnash.
It me.
That him.
Also, he does worship Yogg-Sothoth.
Oh, you do? I mean,
Yeah.
like, I've been playing, like, I've been DMing this game for you for, like, 2 years now, and, like, I haven't seen any, like, crazy Cthulhu-y, like, worship stuff been going on, so I didn't
Well, yeah,
really...
it's more of the
You're not a,
all
not a
things
Yogg-Sothoth
in
botherer.
the watcher sort of part of it, as
Gotcha.
opposed to the noodly appendages summoned to screw up your world.
Indeed. Well, may his noodly appendage shine upon you for this day. That's your cue to say something regarding your favored form of belief, Scott. Aren't you a Rastafarian? Or Pastafarian?
Pastafarian.
A Pastafarian, excuse me. Yes.
Flying spaghetti monster.
There's a slight difference in those. One of them believes in pasta. The other one gets pasta inside them.
Wait. Anyhow, so now that the introductions are out of the way, let's get into the intro so we can get to the good old hacking and slashing of this adventure path. Be sure, if you like what you see, to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon for more notifications as to whenever we go live. But yeah, let's kill the hip-hop lo-fi shit and get to the fantasy, shall we? Where's my intro music? Where is it? I always lose it. Oh god! There it is.
Sad.
Oh yeah. Last time on Iron Gods, our heroes delved into the artificial humid jungle known as Habitat Pod 1. There they found a bizarre alien cult of the Iron God. These Lashunta Tribes people lived in squalor and fear. Fear that at any moment they might accidentally call down the wrath of the trio of witches that ruled over them, or even worse, their lord and regent, the lycanthrope known as Geetan Prosser. Having no fear for the Lashunta mages, nor their dinosaur familiars, the heroes slew the coven of witches and enlightened the Lashunta tribespeople of the truth of their situation. They were indeed not living in a jungle, but instead within a massive crashed worldship known as Divinity, and that the Iron God they worshipped was in fact nothing more than a mad artificial intelligence, a machine bent on enslaving all life on the world that they truly stood upon. Leaving the Lashunta to themselves, the heroes marched upon the stasis lab made into a castle and faced off against Prosser himself and his cohort of enslaved dinosaurs. They proved to be the superiors within the bout and killed the maddened lycanthrope and ended his reign of terror and dealing a heavy blow to the cult of the Iron God and to Unity. Ever since then, however, this takes place about a day, 2 days later. The machines of Silvermount have tripled their movements. The hallways and catacombs of the Divinity have practically been crawling with robots big and small, as the machine sovereign within Divinity's security sector has made the capture of our heroes its #1 priority. Even the monorail station has been tampered with, and any efforts to use it to travel anywhere else other than straight towards the security sector have proved completely fruitless. It seems that if our heroes have any hope of surviving the mission or of defeating Unity, and they must destroy the chain of command leader for the Unity's legions of robots. But are our heroes wandering into a trap? Do they have any other choice in the matter? What trials lie ahead and wait within the security sector of the worldship? Find out now on this week's episode of Take 10 Gaming's playthrough of Paizo's Adventure Path, Iron Gods, Chapter 6, The Divinity Drive.
Yeehaw.
Alright.
What is an enhanced Fenger?
Indeed. You can see all the stuff I've laid out for you all from all the loot from last episode, if you want to add any of that to your character sheets, but we're not gonna fill the game up with that. You can add to it like after the game.
Of course.
But
Yeah, I was just I
to
can't
answer the
I
question,
couldn't find the page.
Yeah, I'm
is what I was
sorry. Let
asking.
me pop this up for you. Because the viewers might also like to know that. Let's see here. Here we go.
You were here last game, right, Vaughn? Or-
No.
Ba-bing.
Oh, you are. Oh, okay, so I will add these to my bag. She get a big bag.
Indeed.
It's a fruit. That's actually pretty cool.
It immediately removes fatigue and exhaustion. Ooh.
Mm-hmm. It's a badass little
that's
thing.
pretty good.
It's a
Gives you
little
a
alien
+2
fruit.
Gives you a +2 bonus to
Nice.
saves against electricity for 24 hours.
Yep. You guys have actually seen these before, but they looked much nastier last time you saw them. Do you remember the meat garden?
Yes.
No, I
And how
don't. I
they're-
wasn't there for that episode.
That's funny. But you do remember that happened, though, Maddie. Yes?
I heard something about breadsticks, but yes.
Yes. The meat garden, funny enough,
There weren't
was
any.
only filled with plants and a crazy ghost robot. The person, like the ghost that was possessing that once destroyed robot, was like a crazy druid, and he was cultivating a lot of alien fruits and vegetables
Where
and
have we
sorts
seen
of
that
plant life.
before?
Yeah, and the Fengar, these little things, were one of them. Pretty neat little thing. A fuzzy fruit bred aeons ago by remote Lashunta clans, possessing a strange energetic property. Kind of there's something that you'd expect to see in like a Final Fantasy game, I think.
They I immediately just reading the effect get sort of fatigue and exhaustion. They're energy drinks.
Not a bad explanation. All right, let's see here.
Yeah, have a red bulb.
Red Bull.
Bulb.
Oh,
Look at the image for the enhanced Fengar.
I saw it. I thought you were talking. You said it sounded like you said Red Bull.
That was the idea.
Indeed.
It gives you wings.
We return to our heroes as they are careening down the one and only direction that the monorail system will allow them to go now. As they do so, the memory of Cassandali's description as to why they need to come here will ring through their heads.
Yes.
Let me get her little voice thingy going, because it's a cool thing that I can do with this gadget.
These damned robots. Each one of them is a conduit for Unity to rake his talents. If we are ever to disrupt this organization, we will eventually need to deal with Unity's head of security, Bastion. If we can destroy it, maybe we'll be able to see some peace from these wretched hunks of metal within the security section.
And that's where we're headed now, to kill this Bastion.
Indeed. Bastion is one of the finest robots ever made by Andrafa. He is what ruled over the security section when the people still lived on the Divinity, or so Unity once said.
And he differs from the Overlord.
Oh yes, quite so. The Overlord is simply an aggregate robot meant to house Unity whenever it's required to take a physical form.
Oh.
Bastion is a machine all its own. A true intelligence of a robot. One of the closest things that the people of Andrafa ever came to making a physical life. He is also extremely dangerous. And the one time that I came to blows with him, he nearly left me in pieces if not for Unity's intervention.
Seems like a big challenge we face going against this metal thing.
Well, that is putting it lightly, to be sure. Here, we are almost arrived.
I swap all my batteries. Ready myself for the immediate combat that's gonna happen to us.
Indeed. Last game, you all were within Habitat Pod 1, seen at the, I guess you could say, southernmost part of Silvermount. Area B, it's described as. Now you are within what's this area called again specifically? It is called the security sector. So, I don't know if it's secondary security. I guess it would just be the yellow section there. It's Area C is what it would be described as. Security sector, that is.
I don't know if Kyle took those scrolls from last game, but if he
I can
didn't,
guarantee you he didn't touch them.
Vaughn should take them because it's a scroll of Baleful Polymorph and 2 scrolls of Cure Series and a scroll of Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
I almost 100% guarantee that Sarah took the one of Suggestion. Yes.
Well, did you?
If not, you should. And if you're not listening, you should. And if you hear, you should speak.
The
that answers
monorail
that question.
Okay. The monorail station comes to the curious little ding that it tends to let out whenever you arrive at your destination. Let me move you all to where you can see it.
I'm lost. Oh no. Ah, there we are.
So yeah, scroll towards the bottom of the screen near the middle.
Yeah, found it.
Found it. Oh, look.
Oh, now he's here.
Indeed. Let me pop this up. There we go. For my own reading pleasure. Let's see here. This area is a rather wide avenue. The ceiling is about 30 feet high, and the lighting is perfect, honestly. This area is very well lit. The walls leading up to this chamber's vaulted 30-foot ceiling, as I've described before, are lined with tattered prints of stylized men and women wearing gleaming white armor and standing in bold poses as they plant flags or teach strange alien creatures about technology. Columns lined with cracked glass panels stand amid overturned chairs, rotundas, and turnstiles, but clear paths lead through debris between doors to the east and the west and the south. But you are coming from the south. So, ladies and germs, I will ask you, what do you wish to do?
Do these appear to be robots or statues?
They are turrets.
Ah, lovely.
They currently remain inactive.
Well, let's hope they remain that way.
Yeah, Vaughn will point at those and go, turrets?
Yeah, if you have at least...
Stay ready.
If you have at least a +9 to your perception, you can tell that they are definitely active, but they just haven't done anything yet.
Okay. Determining if we
looking
should
at
go
us.
left or right. The quickest door would be to
Closer
the left.
to the left.
Yeah. I'd say we go that way.
Indeed.
So, can I shimmy? Is something I can shimmy over or under? Right
Yeah,
here?
yeah. This is the monorail device right here.
I'll walk through it and back the other side.
Yeah, there's just a platform you've stepped off of.
Oh, okay.
Well, the platform is a small little thing that has a hard light dome that goes over it to keep you from falling out of it or anything dangerous from happening. And whenever it just stays right here, there's like a single beam of light that trails like away from it and deep into the monorail system. Touching it does give you a jolt of electricity. You take 1 electricity damage if you touch it. You haven't, but it's just if you do. And it also kind of tickles in an uncomforting kind of way. And I know you have a resistance to it. So you can just put your finger in it if you wanted to.
All right.
What Peter always does.
Yeah, boy. I am the tester. I will then just head towards the door. I'm assuming this looks like some kind of like pillar of some sort. It kind of blocks vision.
Yeah, no. This thing here is a how to describe it? It's like a advertising wall.
Oh,
like
it's
a thing
like
that's
your
set up for-
sci-fi advertising wall that
Yeah.
projects an image on either side. Gotcha.
Yes. It is currently doing that, as I've said before, within the description. There's kind of triumphant things of security people's.
So that's what that is. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'm just gonna move behind it, to kind of keep that turret.
As you step to that point, this one then goes, as you can, it sensed movement, but it hasn't done anything yet.
Stop. Present hall pass.
Present
I-
hall pass.
I hold out the prismatic card with the
Multipass.
symbol of the Iron God on it.
You kind of tuck it around the corner, and the thing goes, and it fires at the thing, but you pull it back in time. It just simply leaves a scorch mark in the wall right here. At that, even though
Fantastic
you were
work.
within a enclosed area, you all all at the same time hear this kind of as a cold jet of freezing wind shoots through the area. And again, you're in an enclosed space. There should be no wind. Even if there's air conditioning, it shouldn't be as that. And Peter, you detect a very clear evil presence in the room.
I will start detect eviling and then spinning around in circles.
Iron
Yes.
ghosts, maybe?
As it's Iron Ghost. This room is filled with overturned chairs, rotunda, turnstiles, and the like, and also a few cadavers. There's a few what look like security guards, but they are long since dead. Also, can I get a perception check from the party?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Very, very easy DC. It's DC 10. And most of you probably won't even need
And
to
then
roll.
I'll see it. Yay! Because I have a 15.
Nice.
God, I need to stop the hiccups.
Yeah, around the area, you see crumbling posters on the wall that promote Androphan culture and society that bear little bits of kind of jargon and the like, in Androphan, of course, but many of you can already speak the language. They say things like strength and unity, bringing divinity to the galaxy, security, safety, honesty, those kinds of things, to serve and protect, that kind of deal. The broken glass panels were once monitors. You can see, Sarah, you can tell, but those have been just rendered useless at the moment. Even for you, it would take quite a long time to get those active. Just mainly because, like, required material that you just don't have on you. And let's see, did anyone get a 30? Ooh, of course Vaughn does. You spot right there, in that southwestern section of the room, there seems to be a little special secret entrance you can enter through.
Oh, like a secret door?
Yes.
It's an air duct. We have to vent.
Yeah,
That's kind of
gonna-
sus, but yeah, you can do that if you want.
Vaughn's gonna definitely point that out. Guys, there's a secret door over there of some sort. I don't know if it's locked or anything, though. There's a little outline in the wall.
I'll look at it in the area he's pointing in. Do I sense any evil presences coming from
It
that
hits
direction?
you like a fuck ton of bricks. Something extremely sinister lies within that side of the
Yeah, I'm
area.
gonna hold my
you
hand
get-
up to you guys. Be
You
like,
get
hold up.
you get another feeling from this area, but you can hear like a straight up kind of
Yeah.
coming from that doorway.
So I'm gonna hear that. I'm gonna instantly shoot my hand up towards you guys. Be like, wait. There's an evil presence somewhere behind that secret passage, Vaughn. Tell me where is it at? I will inspect it and clear it of this taint.
Right.
Yeah.
Point at the wall.
Aha. I will approach this door.
Ta-da!
Hiya!
A secret passageway leads deep into a dark corridor. There is still lighting in the area, but the lighting is much lesser in that area.
It's a good thing I am
Also-
my own light source.
That is true. You also all then sense movement coming from deeper into the room here. As many of the bodies in the area begin to shift and start to stand up.
Oh no.
You start to
Oh,
hear
boy.
a bunch of kind of
Undead? Guys.
Oh no, it's the flood.
let me see, y'all. A bunch of these things stand up, but they do not seem to have noticed you yet.
Oh.
Behold, the pale security guard.
Oh, that's
Oh,
so
no.
cool looking. Do they have guns?
They do.
Yes,
They're
Oh.
holding 2 guns, one in each hand.
Or Daka.
Indeed. Zombified security guards from a time long past have risen from the dead. Can I get a stealth roll from everybody, please?
Oh,
What if I don't move?
If you
if I've mastered the skill of standing extremely still, I'll turn invisible.
I'll still need a stealth, please.
Marty, do these pale security guards possibly have 2 Grakata?
2, what now?
Ah, sad. No one in here plays Warframe, do you?
Oh, I'm sorry, no, I don't. Alright, yeah, let's see here. Boom! Well. Unfortunately, let's see who rolls the lowest. Peter, you're the one that gives the group away. You see the thing and you kind of shift to say, "What was that?" or something to the effect. And the guards kind of like, and their glowing eldritch eyes look into your direction and they raise up shaky pistols and take aim. And with that, can I get you all to select your characters and roll initiative?
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Boop boop. And boop. Hey, I didn't roll awful. I have a +2 to initiative.
Now you roll for these guys. Excellent.
2 out of
And
3
again-
ain't bad.
As I will tell our lovely listeners, we are using a minion system. I don't know, actually, have you used the minion system yet, Chaz?
Yeah, you started it.
Okay, I just can't remember. We have so many games. Yeah. So just for our watchers at home, if it isn't like a sub-boss, mini-boss, or a final boss, it is a minion, meaning that it is way easier to kill. But the payoff is that the bosses are way harder to kill.
So sub-bosses are easy to kill. What about the dom bosses?
You'll have to find out the hard way. Ask Sarah, she'll know more on the matter. Indeed. Vaughn, you saw this shit coming, but you were powerless to stop it. What do you wish to do?
Oh man, I haven't heard those words before.
I know.
We will lead off with. You said we had rested, right? You said it'd been like a day.
This has been about a day and a half since then. Oh, another fun little bit of lore tidbit. The only way you guys can really tell the passing of days is all the lights in the ship go off at the same time. And 12 hours later, they all come back on at the same time. The lights turn on and off in a 12-hour cycle. It kind of stimulates a daytime-nighttime thing that goes on. And it happens very extremely regularly. So using that as a basis, you all can tell it's been about 36 hours since your situation in the habitat pods.
All right.
So to answer your question, yes, you've rested.
Okay. Just wanted to check. Man, there are a decent amount of these things. Did the turret react at all when those seemed to notice us?
No.
Okay.
Like when they moved, the turrets didn't feed and flinch.
Okay. Vaughn's going to hope that he doesn't draw the turret's attention by stepping backwards.
You shift backwards and the turrets do not react.
Okay. And then he'll just take a pot shot at this one.
Okay.
Funny enough, if you stand at the bottom of that triangle I just drew, the turrets would fire through the zombies.
Ah, that's funny.
Let's see, let me make sure my numbers are correct.
Yeah, dude, using your character fucking last Tuesday was a nightmare. I didn't know there's so many things.
Well, everything's everything's marked. It just may not be marked in the most
dude, I feel like you had to be like Shen from that one animation, the League animation.
See as I see.
You grab my shoulder and you go, see as I see. And I was like, oh, the potential.
Right. One shot at him.
Yeah, you blow its fucking skull off.
Just to...
Yeah, you don't worry about it. Minion rules. If you do a crit that deals any damage at all, it auto kills it. You aiming at this guy, yeah?
Yeah, that one.
All right, cool. Yeah, you lay into it and you blow it to pieces. Your arc rifle electrocutes its skull, leaving nothing but a plasma melted stump of a neck where its head once stood. After that, this one kind of shambles forward and its head kind of falls to the side as it raises its two pistols up and it kind of goes and is going to, I guess, open fire on Vaughn. Take this.
Woo!
Touch aids. Those are against your touch, I think? Yeah.
Yeah, as long as within 20 feet.
Three misses.
Oh, yeah, okay, so...
4 does not confirm,
so
and 5
this is
misses.
a funny thing. Yeah, flavor-wise, they have, like, laser pistols. But mechanic-wise, they don't. So it's only within the first 20 feet that it's a touch attack. So, lucky you. Your AC is 27? Holy shit!
Yeah, getting the heavy weapon harness off of Osmond Zidal, the +5 heavy weapon harness.
Yeah.
Took it up by a lot.
Yes, sir. So you're dealt 10 damage.
Ow.
And for any listeners at home that know more about the minion system, we're using a kind of not as nerfing version of it. Because minions also typically have a rule that they always deal the average damage. No more, no less, of every single attack. But we're not doing that. I don't want to completely get rid of the threat here. Salt will go next. Sarah, what do you tell him to do?
Just stay put. These things are mostly harmless.
Salt chimes off with his typical, whatever you say. Terran is going to scream, and then he will run to cover. And doing so and then drawing a weapon. Sarah, you're next.
Okay, let's, how far away am I from them? Okay. Double check something.
You gonna try a lightning bolt?
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, yeah, you just got a scroll of it.
I've also got some wands of it.
Oh.
I'm just double checking the range. There's the 120-foot line. But I don't want to hit that thing. And fuck it up. But if I move here and aim it like so, just barely.
You're trying to not hit the turret?
Yeah. Actually, in fact, if I moved here, it'd be better. So I'm gonna shift to here.
Now, mind you, that this would get in the way. So you're trying to just get to there and blast those two?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Let me roll the reflexes real quick.
I'll roll the
27 and a 19 for the one in the back.
Wand over lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. What is the DC of that, my guy? It's your intelligence score plus 3. Plus 10.
It's a wand, so it's going to be the caster level of the wand. The wand.
Well, your caster level has nothing to do with the DC. It's the spells level plus your intelligence.
My intelligence is 7.
Nice. So 20. The security guard. Does he have any kind of special? Let me see. No, nothing like that. The first one is going to take 24. Can you give me another roll? Oh, that will absolutely kill this one.
Yes.
That will be dealt half. That actually won't kill him. Let's see.
It's fitting. His undead buddy took the best of it.
A glancing blow.
A glancing blow. Indeed. Let's see. Next we have Isama. She's going to do what she does best and shift to here to get in front of Vaughn. Even though I think Vaughn might be tankier than her now. No, she's still tankier. And then we're not even going to roll because I just know it's going to happen. She's going to gun this one down. And just completely destroy it. She takes out her zero rifle and aims at the thing and riddles it with so many blasts of cold energy that the thing just kind of freezes solid in place. As it was raising its guns, it just dies there. Okie dokie. Let's see. Peter, you're next.
There's not much I can do. If I run out there, I'll probably get shot by those turrets.
There's a very good chance of that.
There's a very good chance that they'll shoot me and hit me, and that'll just be wasting my resources. So I'm going to focus, I guess, on this doorway to make sure, nothing spoopy comes out of it. I'm gonna look again. Is there still an evil aura coming from it?
Yeah. Okay. So with detect evil, that also has a like turns that you use on it, right? Doesn't that? Like
yeah.
The strength
I think
of
so.
evil.
Does it?
I think it
I can
does.
click it real quick. We'll find out. Detect evil.
Yeah, click it.
Having studying it. Okay, yeah. Paladin can use a move action, concentrating on a single item or an individual.
Yeah. Okay. We'll just say that it's definitely been 3 rounds.
You know what? I did not know it was a move action.
Let's see.
It says at will the paladin can use it as a spell. Paladin can, as a move action, concentrate on a single item or individual within 60 feet to determine if it is evil. learning the strength of its aura as if having studied it for 3 rounds. There.
Wow.
Okay, that's how it is.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, it's good to know that. Yeah, we've played this game for how many years? Never knew that.
Well, like I said, this is the first time I've ever got a paladin to.
I mean, I've played paladins. I didn't know.
So yeah, it's
I
will
DM
to
this
cast
game
it.
so
But then
regularly.
if you use a move action to do it, you act as if you spent 3 rounds
okay.
looking at it.
Oh,
It's
so you
really
can just
cool.
pick a target as a move action, but if you're actually, scanning, you still use it as normal.
So,
That's neat.
you do that, and you will determine that it is a very powerful aura. So I guess it will just say strong. A strong aura of evil.
Gotcha. Okay.
For retrospect, these security guards each have a moderate level of evil.
Ooh. Okay.
So yeah, if
that's what
that's
I've
all you
done.
wish to do, this one is here. That security guard is going to, let's see, it is going to shamble forth, and let's see. I'm looking at the cool things it's got. It's gonna take 1 shot. It's gonna aim at Sarah. Kapow! It's gonna miss. It fires a blast from its little security gun. I mean, not that that's, any weaker than a regular gun. But, Sarah's nimbly, ninja-like reflexes allow her to duck the bullet, much like a certain character in a certain show that we can't spoil, because that would be evil of us. But yes, moving right along, back to the top of initiative. Vaughn, what are you going to do, my guy?
I'm just going to shoot again.
Alright.
Just at that one. I should hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. The first will be enough to hit and kill the thing, bringing an end to combat.
Now, where's this Iron Ghost?
It's in the hallway behind me. You.
Indeed. Well, heroes, you have either the now secret little door, the western door, or perhaps the eastern door. What will you all do?
I want to go down this tunnel.
I'm
Say.
up for following Peter down the tunnel.
Alrighty.
Secret tunnel.
If
Following,
that's the case,
following Peter and Sarah down.
if that's the case, I will move everyone as a group. Just a moment.
Yeah.
Is no one gonna go get those guns?
Yeah, run on out there and grab them.
No.
Go ahead, man.
No.
Come on.
Funny enough, if we knew if those are laser turrets or not, Zalt could go do it and get away scot-free.
Oh, I know
Yeah.
they're laser turrets. They shot it at me, remember?
Yeah, they fire like fire bullets.
But-
Yeah,
Salt
Salt could go get
do
them.
it. Yeah,
But
like
with
Salt
you
will
here,
abs-
but with you here, we can never get away scot-free.
Because you're okay.
Okay, get away. I'm gonna start saying "get away me free" and make you guys suffer.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care.
The walls of this long room are covered with hundreds of small glowing and flashing panels. A single podium stands in the southern portion of the room, atop which sits a strange device that appears to be some sort of box adored with several tubes fitted with lenses.
A box with
Can
tubes
I-
and
Yeah,
glasses.
can I get a DC 30 knowledge engineering check if you have a technologist, please?
Give Sarah the old pat to turn her vision on.
Get the
Yes.
clapper.
Sarah.
Clap.
Gotta give it the old pat. Yeah, the old toaster. You gotta give it a pat to get running.
I'll use a charge of the wand.
It's
I'm
DC
gonna-
30.
Can I check for traps
Yeah, I know, but I
while
want to blow it out of the
Sarah's
fucking water.
Absolutely.
figuring out? All right.
Wow. Wow. Well done.
You both have
You
a
both have the
46.
same bonus to that. That's cool. With a perception check of 60, you do not see anything nefarious in here, but you are detecting a powerful magical aura beyond that door. Peter, your suspicions are proven as the power, like the evil aura, is way more prominent in here, and it is also past that door. With your 63 engineering, it's enough to identify that the device on the podium is a specialized hologram generator.
Oh boy.
Let's see. From what you can check, since you rolled so high, it can only seem to replay records recorded within the Divinity. So it's a playback device.
Ooh, that could come in handy.
Very much so.
You should take it.
Oh no, it's anchored into the wall. Like it's part of the area in here.
I pull out my scimitar.
How long do you guys want to deal with this?
Like, okay, if you take it off the wall, it'll break it. It's part of the wall.
I'm just joking.
Just I don't want you to break it on accident.
I cut off the portion of the wall it's anchored to, and then I...
You guys want to watch a movie, I say?
Does it project into here?
I mean, you haven't activated it, so you don't know what it'll do. You just know, like, what it's designed to do.
Well, go touch it, Sarah.
Okay.
It's not trapped, Sarah.
Now touch it.
Yeah.
And find the power button.
Yeah, you get the thing active. Give me a reflex save. DC 15. Not hard.
It's not trapped.
Yeah, okay, it wasn't trapped, it's just old as shit. A bit of electricity does spark out of the thing upon activation, but after a short minute of you having to dodge back from a little jolt of electricity coming your way, a three-dimensional, perfect hologram of something appears before you. The thing kind of statics out for a moment until Sarah's able to get it back and up working again, just a few seconds later. But it starts showing multiple images back to back, rapid fire. You see footage of a human talking to Isuma, actually. Isuma, upon seeing this, her eyes are wide, and she like kind of reaches out for the hologram. When it changes away from it, like the only thing you hear it say is in Androphin, of course, it says, "Here, Isuma, be sure to always make sure the barrel of the rifle is always clean upon firing, or there could be a mouth." And then the footage cuts out from there. And Isuma's like hand she was reaching out to the footage kind of just drops, and she just sits still there after that. Shortly after, a particularly nasty scene, what seems, of the hallways of the area. There are human, a robot, and alien bodies all throughout this portion of the hallway that you're seeing. It seems as if a horrible battle has taken place here, and when the camera or the perspective turns around, you see what looks like one of the walls of the ship has been bored open, and a oddly sphincter-like thing is kind of like puckering, trying to push more aliens into the ship.
Oh.
Mm.
The
Black
flood.
Sovereign.
Then you start to see fragments of a message home from someone referring to himself as Security Chief Hevrendal. To one of her sisters on the from the Divinity that fled through a wormhole into uncharted space. No. I'm sorry. She's leaving a message to one of her sisters about how Divinity fled through a wormhole into our uncharted space. You then, after that, extremely loud and chaotic imagery and audio of people running around, being slammed across walls that are like some 30 feet away from them as the Divinity itself is crashing into Golarion. Shortly after that, you see brief images of Cassandra Lee, her in her living form, praying on an altar to a very familiar spiked mechanical eyeball on a thing. But it seems that, you know, the big room with Cerebro from the X-Men movies, like the platform in like the giant spherical room. It's as if she's on a podium in like where Cerebro would be. There are giant turning planetoids and moons floating about her, but you can tell that they're clearly holograms. You then see a large arachnoid robot that you actually remember from way earlier on in the adventure path. Seem to receive a mission in its head, and then it calls out to like the open air, and it says,
"My Lord Unity, I will take on this final act."
And then it begins to exit the ruins and seems as if it is going to scout the outside world. But upon taking one step outside of the ship, it then screams into the open air and then sprints away.
What?
You then see images of a female gargoyle. She is on a like a surgical table and screaming as several robots are holding her down and painfully reconstructing her into what seems to be a cyborg form. She likes clenching and swinging away at one of the robots with a mechanical arm as they are going to now operate on her other one.
Lord.
And finally, you then see a recording of you all fighting the now known muscle cat in one of the other decks of the ship. A unobserved vantage point shows a shadowy winged figure watching this entire thing go down. Before you all move on after having defeated the empowered monster.
Oh.
The
Been watching
footage
this
then
entire
cuts out.
time.
This door here then opens.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Reveal yourself, stranger.
You all then feel biting cold fly out of the area.
Here we
And
go.
I mean frigid wind. Like snow and ice then just pours into the room you're in. And the thing simply calls out to you and says,
Please enter.
Well, it did ask so nicely, so I guess I'll go.
do you all wish to? I'll move you all as a group if you wish
Oh,
to.
okay. I'll put myself
If it
back.
ain't coming to us and we ain't fighting in this room, we're gonna fight it in there, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Let me get you all how you would kind of be positioned. Ah! Sarah is in the void.
Oh no. That's my place.
There we go.
Hi, Vaughn. And then I continue screaming.
Ah! This area. Oh joy.
What are you?
Oh, you're going to enjoy this.
I can't wait.
A bone-numbing chill fills this chamber. Blinking screens cover the walls and desks showing moving screens or scenes of secured hallways and trackless jungle. To the south, an elaborate desk and panels of smaller screens dominate a raised platform, and to the west, a wall appears to have been repaired after a massive hole was torn into it. A human size and of a deathly blue color. A long-taloned skeletal figure is partially encased with jagged sheets of ice, and as it works at one of the computer panels and finally raises itself, pushing itself away from the monitor as you finally enter. The thing looks to you all and says,
So good of you to finally arrive.
Who or what are you?
My name is Alessa Evrenda, former chief of security and under the rulership of the divine Iron God. Now, you will have this one chance to throw yourselves under her rulership. Throw yourself to the brink, or be brought there in frozen pieces by myself.
I'm afraid I can't do that, but I can give you the same courtesy.
So
I won't even do that. I'm gonna activate my ring.
This will be your icy tomb.
Can I get you all to select your characters and roll initiative?
Alessa have. Okay. That's why I couldn't understand it when you were speaking.
Indeed.
That's really hard to hear with that voice thing.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I can't hear myself when it's doing that. So if it's like really difficult to understand, just be sure to tell me and I'll use a different word.
Yeah. I mean, it was cool.
Yeah,
I liked it. It just like.
Yeah, that's
wasn't-
fine. I just want to make sure it's as good to enjoy as possible. Let's see here. Maybe if I popped up the turn tracker, that would make everything a little bit easier, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Alright, let's see here. We also need you. And you. And you. And we can't forget about you. Oh, joy.
Oh. It rolled a 30.
Oh no.
I've
It was
actually...
faster than me.
Do I get to go first?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
You do indeed.
Man, this is new for me. All right. Let's see here. Do I have a? Let me see if I've got a schedule as to what she is supposed to do in combat. Okay.
Wiccan Polar Midnight.
God. Please no.
Let's see here. Oh wow. Oh wow.
Was I right? Is it Quick and Polar Midnight?
No, it's regular Polar Midnight.
No, it's worse. Cone of Cold.
Woo! Spicy.
Yeah, all of you roll reflex DC 24. That first one's for Peter.
Joy. Joy.
Let's trying to get there. Where is reflex? All right. Oh no.
All right, let's see here.
Oh, it's not immune to cold.
Peter, Sarah, Isama, Vaughn, Taryn, and Salt. Who didn't... Oh, wait. Taryn made it. No one else made it.
Hey, yep.
You
He's just
don't
hiding
say.
behind us.
So I take 54 minus 5, which is pretty nice.
So you take 49. You can go ahead and subtract that. Let's do it for... Let's see. Sarah, you're next. Have 54 as well.
Yeah.
Salt, Bubby. Salt. Does he have resistances to the cold?
He has resist cold 10.
Okay, so he will take 46.
Yeah.
He's Horton,
He almost
Yeah.
died.
but he ain't
One
here no
shot.
who.
Let's see here. Next we got Vaughn. 55.
Ow. Pain. Big pain.
Isama, well, ow. My hand just twitched. That was weird. Isama will take 44. And finally, Taryn actually gets half of that, and I think he has... Yes, he does. He has resistance to the cold. So he'll take 22 minus 5. So 17? Yeah, 17. Thank God. Alright. Yes, Lisa just simply rears back, and with lungs she doesn't have, screams, and this undead-powered wave of it ridiculously cold. If you people have like been like traveling through an Arctic area, you can't believe how cold the wind that flies out of this creature is, and it almost kills a lot of you. But yeah, that happened. Moving right along though, who do we get next? Isama is like now shivering, covered in frost and ice. She's in a pickle because she's going to gamble that this thing is immune to cold.
She'd probably be right.
So let's see. She doesn't I'm gonna roll her wisdom. She got above average for the roll, so I'm gonna say that she figures out, don't use ice on it, use fire. Right? That makes sense, everybody?
Yeah,
Makes
that
sense to
makes
me.
sense.
That makes sense to me.
I can't get my thing to... Hang on a second. That was weird. So she is going to fire with her laser rifle. Take this! Let's see here. What's her touch AC? It's actually not too shabby. It's 16. So all those will still hit. And indeed, she is vulnerable to fire. So she takes half as much. So let me add all this up. And while I'm adding this up, Vaughn, what will you do?
Vaughn gets to cast something that I've kind of wanted to have for a while, that Taryn may have already had access to. Vaughn points a finger at her and says burn, and casts Hellfire Ray.
Yeah, I gotta say, I think Taryn has, but I ain't seen it from you. So, woo, yeah.
I like to imagine that his flame is purple.
Yeah, I honestly, yeah.
Yeah. So half of the damage is fire, and the other half is directly resulted from unholy power and is not reduced by fire resistance.
Okay. Can I get a spell resistance check? 2 of them, in fact.
Yes, you can.
DC 28.
Spell resistance. Is that just my caster level?
Yes.
Yeah.
Caster
Okay.
level.
All right.
Okay, make the
There's
first one. Failed the second one. So the
dang.
second one, well, but hey, the first one did more damage. So let's see, half of that is fire, the other half is just, just unholy magics. So let's see.
Unholy divine power.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm checking to make sure there's no shenanigans going on in here. Yeah. Okay, we've got this. I'm having to do quick math. So what's half of that? That's 28. What's half of 28? 14. So 14 plus 28 plus 28.
You can do it. Believe in you, Marty.
Yeah, 70. Yeah, you guys have hurt her pretty bad. I can't wait for you guys to get excited for her second bit of initiative in this turn.
Oh boy. I don't like that.
Taking away from the dynamic combat rule, boss characters will have multiple instances of initiative in a round. But on that extra bit of initiative, they will only be able to do scenic abilities. They don't actually get like a second turn. You know, like in Dark Souls, how like a monster might just do something that's not a typical attack, but like it definitely affects the combat. That's the idea.
It's like movement or something.
Yeah, like some cool little thing that it is special at doing. So yeah, that'll be him, or her rather. Taryn is going to go next, and he's just going to shoot with his gun. Both will hit, and both will hurt. That's him. Sarah.
Alrighty. I'm gonna
You will gain
shift.
1 health.
Gain 1 health. Yelt Assault to get us both healed back up on his turn. And then I'm going to activate some abilities. Keen Flaming Burst, taking away 3 points.
Okay. And again, a bit more cinematic. What do you do?
I've shift in, I activate all this stuff, I let out a couple shouts to Salt, and then I'm gonna whip the shit out of this thing from 20-foot range. Let's add in a Shocking Grasp just for fun.
Okay.
So, full attack. First one being the Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
Make sure that my crit is at 15. Yeah.
Well, do you want to get the extra attack that you get from casting Shocking Grasp, and just roll that as an extra attack?
Yeah.
Okay, just roll that one attack then.
That's what I was doing.
Yeah. There you go.
Not
Maybe that'll hit.
Okay. It's not a crit.
Almost.
Here's the electrical.
Okay.
And now here's the full damage.
Here we go. Okay. Yeah, this isn't a construct, so that fucking still hurts. Touch
Plus 3d8 fire.
Yeah. $57. Very respectable. Alright. Yeah, Saul, or Peter, you have your turn. The thing, however, drops down to one knee. It seems down for the moment.
Drops to a knee? Okay.
Not defeated, but it seems that it's a bit... in translation, this is the moment where a boss kind of gives you a moment to breathe before it enters its second phase.
A moment to get into its taint and stab it a lot.
I'm going to slowly walk toward it and, get closer to it, obviously, on the map wise.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start talking to it and be like, we gave you a fair shake like you gave us. I'm going to get to there. Kind of stepping around
Every
the
step
counter.
you take to it, it gets colder and colder. The coldness seems to double with every step you take towards it.
Mm-hmm.
This thing is freezing.
Yeah. I said, but you chose to try and uphold your evil ways. Determination is respectable, but your actions, not so. And quote-unquote, gotta smite evil.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to, with my other hand, I'm going to call down the light of Sarin Ray and heal myself.
Okay.
So we will click this button right here, bing, and heal back 39, and have fast healing for you for 8 rounds.
Sir. Okay, you want to do those things?
I will.
Salt is then going to just say, oh lord, this poor boy of ours, he's all heart and no brain. As he flies over to Sarah and lands on her back, kind of backpack style, and casts Cure Serious Wounds.
All heart, no brain. I'm about to put this thing out of its misery.
Split the healing between us. So 12 each.
Okay, the math has been done. Alright, we get back to the top of initiative, and at that point, the creature then rises back to its full height and roars with a monstrous scream. And at that, the temperature of the room gets even fucking colder. And at the end of your turn, you'll have to make a fortitude save of DC 25 or take 2d6 cold. The thing then says,
I am not finished yet. I will slay the lot of you.
And of that, Alyssa, on her actual turn, that was her power move of that initiative at the bottom of it. She's going to look to you, Peter. And she's going to hit you with a nasty spell. Are you ready?
Yes.
Polar Ray.
Gross.
28 against my touch, I'm assuming.
Yes, sir.
That will hit.
Okay, so a blue-white ray of freezing air and ice springs from the monster's hand. I'd hit with the thing. I deal... well, hang. I guess it rolled it twice. Once in the
Yeah,
thing.
once in the
We
damage,
used
and then it shows in the
We'll
description.
use the first one it rolled. So 49 cold and 1d4 of dexterity drain. Do you have a spell resist perchance?
I do not have spell resist, no.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna roll the die 4. 3 dexterity drain.
Ouch. And there's no save on that, which kind of sucks.
Well, the save is having a high AC. Or high touch AC. The thing will then shift in, and you can tell it's wanting to like open up with like its claw attacks on its turn. Isama, at this point, she's been a bit stunned by everything. She's gonna have to roll her fortitude save. Let's see here. See. And this is another fun little thing. Not only does she take the 2d6, she is slowed for this turn due to the cold, since she is a follower. Let me take this bonus off and fire this. That will hit and that will hurt. And we move right on to Vaughn's turn.
Oh boy. Man, I kind of want to spend another spell, but it's clearly very hard to get through her spell resistance. So instead,
this shows the effect of the
I don't want to be standing there where Peter is.
Yeah.
Why?
For some reason, that space looks worse. Alright,
yeah, Aura of Cold, I just realized it's on Elisa's turn. Yeah, there's no save. Take 2 die, 10 cold.
Me?
Yes, sir. So you take 6. I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there's no save within the first 10 feet?
Correct.
Alright, Vaughn will,
Oh, it's a winter white? Oh!
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah.
That's pretty strong.
But what are you doing, Vaughn?
sorry. Man,
Yeah? Hello?
I wasn't sure about, firing my gun or hitting it with another Hellfire Ray. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna hit it with a Hellfire Ray.
Okay.
Or, no, wait. I could fail.
Whatever you do, make up your mind.
Spell resistance. Yeah, okay, no, I'm not taking. Vaughn's going to, saying that this is happening and not that his spell wasn't fully effective, and he's unsure if casting it again would be a good idea. He's gonna fall back to the tried and true cantrip of gun. He will he'll shoulder his arc rifle and spend a swift action for focused aim, and then fire away at the at Elisa.
Give him the sauce. Button this.
There we go.
The laser. Oh my. But yeah, her AC, as I said, I think was it 16? Am I crazy? Can't remember. Too many numbers. 16, yes. So all but the 6 will hit, and that one will confirm. So let me do some numbers real quick. Tell me exactly what Vaughn is doing at the moment.
He's aiming for I'm gonna go off of the image that it has. He's aiming for all of the like ice chunks and then focusing on the skull once he's hit all of those, just to kind of. Yeah. He's not sure exactly where like the power in a creature like this would be, keeping it together. Yeah. But he's like, the cold clearly has something to do with it. Maybe those are weaker, or maybe that's more integral to this creature continuing to fight us.
Right. So you blast into this thing and you shoot with electricity. You just fry bits and pieces of its body off and cause chunks of the ice hanging off of the monster to break apart as the charge from the weapon shatters it, kind of like in a glass, I guess you could say. Funny enough, ice doesn't conduct electricity very well, but the final shot hits it square in the side of its temple, and at that the thing spins its head over to you, Vaughn, and says,
"I'll be sure that you're next."
Uh-oh.
Terran is going
I'm gonna stumble backwards at that.
Terran is going to finish pissing his pants and then cast a spell. After seeing that the thing is indeed damaged significantly by fire damage, he is going to try a Scorching Ray. Pew 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 pew. He gets 3. Yeah, 3. So that'll hit. Let me get these. Yes, and yes. And then the cast level checks. Wow. Oh, the 27 will fail, but the rest will get through. So we've got 22 plus 30, so 52. Very nice. Moving right along, he's also going to shift away. And can I get a fortitude save, Vaughn? And I'm going to roll Terrence in a moment. Sarah, yes. What do you want to do? DC 25.
Got it.
Nice. Terran does not. Oh, he just resists it. That's funny. Sarah, it's your turn.
Do you want me to make my saves?
Your saves?
I'm in the cold aura.
No, you're not. The main cold aura is only 10 feet. You're 15 feet.
Okay. Like. If that's the case, second verse, the same as the first. I'll whip out with a flaming plasma whip. Here we go.
Oh my.
Yeah. No spell combat this time. Just gonna try and
just giving them the old 1-2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ba ba ba.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, juicy. All right. Let's see. That fucking hurts. Give me the fire damage as well.
Okay. Double checking flaming burst. It is 3. It's 2d10. 2d10 points of fire on the crit. So it's going to be a total of 4d10.
Okay.
Fire.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'll last 2 ones.
So 82 damage. Okay, Sarah, how do you destroy this thing?
I see her taking ire at Vaughn, and I just whip out and I grab hold of the thing, kind of like grappled around it, and it's like pulling and melting, and there's like sparks flying off of any metallic bits or bone, and I just rip the thing apart, and like the whip goes through its ribcage and tightens, and it just shatters.
Awesome. And that brings an end to Alyssa Hevrandal, whatever the fuck. The room's temperature rises significantly, but it is still extremely cold in this area. Well done, well done. The party will be given experience at the end of the game. But yeah, that was a nasty little encounter, wasn't it?
It was a little rough.
Perfect timing. Have to step away for just a second.
Okay. Yeah. What do you all wish to do now?
what does the room that we're in now appear to be? Is it just, what does the room look like? Would we?
Give me an intelligence roll, DC 10.
Ah, okay. Well, Vaughn is not smart, but he will try.
Alright, it's an average roll.
Hey.
Okay, yeah, you definitely remember something like this in the basement of the Technic League. The room that had those, like, security cameras set up.
Ah.
You can figure this seems to be like an area of surveillance. So it would make sense that the records room that you came from was one of surveillance as well.
Okay. Vaughn will are any of the I assume these are like screens of some sort, right?
Yes.
Are any of them lit up? Are they functioning?
Yeah, all of them are.
Okay.
They all show different corridors of what looks like the same deck that you're on, the security sector. You can identify several rooms in here. Flipping through, I guess you could say, the channels on them, you see many rooms with what looks like more of the cadavers, the dead security guards, with little turrets kind of scanning left and right rather lazily as in the bended corridors. You then look into an area that in Androphen reads the Brig. There are bizarre four-legged, like spider-like robots walking through its halls, and what looks like an alien in the only occupied room in the Brig.
Does it look like an alien I've seen before?
Yes, it does. What are those aliens called? Just a moment as I pull it up for my own memory. Just a second. A Nathalgu.
Oh.
The nasty crab-like nightmares with that the lamprey mouth. But yes, you also see another room that has the cloctopuses, as you can call them, the cloctopi, the weird octopus robots that beat the shit out of you in that one.
Oh yeah.
You also see a couple other monorail station areas that have been completely destroyed. Whether that was done recently or not, it's hard to say. You see a training deck that looks like in Star Trek, the hollow room, the holodeck areas.
Okay.
It looks like two people standing in there, but just like standing perfectly still. And finally, what looks like a central command, I guess you could say, like an administration area for security.
Okay.
That also has those strange four-legged robots standing within it, but they all seem to be working. Or, if you were a crazier human, which would be hard to pull off, it almost seems as if the robots are worshipping something.
Huh.
Like they seem to be paying reference to one of the main screens, but you can't seem to pull the camera into view.
Okay. So as Vaughn's like flicking through these, looking at the thing, he asks Eastman. He's like, did you know her?
Isama, like holding herself with all four of her arms and shivering, kind of walks up beside you and says, No, I don't know any of the Havrandos. I do know that they were the head of security on the Divinity long ago, but I don't know anything about them otherwise.
If we're gonna spend a couple of minutes in here, I know Scott's not here right now, but I would ask Sarah to get the what is it called again? The hearth mantle or whatever out, just to like warm us up.
Right. You can do that just for the niceness of it.
Who was the guy in the hologram that was training you?
He was. She like has her hand. She's doing like the rubbing them together and holding them out to the little fire that the hearth mantle has created. She says he was one of the security officers on the Divinity long ago.
So he wasn't part of the Heavrendels.
No, he's just a lowly officer. Townie, I think was his name.
Did he
Okay.
die? Vaughn's like, did he die in the crash? Or, well, you weren't awake for that, were you?
No, if you'll remember, I was in a stasis pod. So, heroes, what do you do next? Do you go back down the secret entranceway, or do you continue to this door here?
That door there.
Vaughn will point out to the rest of the party that there's a Nathalgu in the brig, locked up for some reason.
Allow me to move everyone as a party.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Vaughn's like, I don't know if we should go find out why, maybe?
Maybe.
I mean,
You all enter into a long curved hallway with several corpses and litter and other kinds of refuse in the area. However, immediately this turret here takes notice of you.
oh boy.
Oh, I'm sorry, I should do it that way we can see it. I'll give you all a how about a reflex check to avoid its notice, or a stealth check to try and sneak by it.
Can I roll? I was gonna say, could I roll? We keep running into turrets, and this would be smart to just cast resist energy on the party.
Yeah, if you.
I was like, can I do that before we leave, or do you want me to like roll
Absolutely.
reflex to see if I'm quick enough as we see another turret?
Go for it, my guy. Go ahead and cast
Yeah.
it. It gives you plus what to it?
Resist energy communal will give us each, because of my caster level, I'm pretty sure 30 fire resist.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the thing will open fire on you all, and you're like, ah! And the things blast at you, and they just tickle. Like, they don't hurt at all. Your bodies are magically protected against the thing, but it will continue to fire at you nonstop. However, this still rises one of the undead in the area.
Of course.
I will give you all this option. Do you wish to fight, or do you wish to run?
It's whatever. It's whatever the party wants to do. I'm okay with both.
I'm fine with cutting this thing down and then going and dismantling that.
Alrighty. Select your characters and roll initiative, everybody. This will be such an easy fight, it'll be completely story-based.
Almost my...
Alrighty. Let's see here. I'll also roll for the security guards. They will move on. They'll move collectively on their own initiative. Vaughn, what do you do? You are unfortunately staggered for the first round. You're kind of like busy having a moment seeing this shit happen before it did.
Yeah. Vaughn is honestly just gonna stand there.
Okay.
He's not. He's like. I mean, it's
yeah, I mean,
one
like,
thing.
you're standing there, but you're like calling out to your allies, right?
Yeah. He's like. We should quickly strike it down and get on with this. Let's try not to get shot by the turret too much.
Okay. Yeah. Isuma is going to kind of shift forward and drop to one knee and blast at the thing's legs. The thing before you, it completely rips its legs apart. It freezes one of its its legs right below the knee, and then a couple more of a volley just shatters them, and the thing falls down to a slump of a messy undead rot on the ground. Terran on his turn will simply cast an arcane spell through his gun and blast the thing right in the skull, ending it right there. Sarah, what do you do?
I'm going to charge this thing, and I wish to make an acrobatics check to get on top of it.
Oh, okay, yeah. Let's see it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You only needed a 15. So yeah, you leap at the thing. The thing is firing at you. Let's just see how it will do. Your touch AC is what now? Oh, okay. It's not 39, 37. You are able to bob and weave between many of the volley, but a few do still hit you. And you're only honestly dodging because of muscle memory, but you are completely unfazed by any of the damage that it's dealing towards you. Give me an attack if you wish.
I just wish to reach in and disable it, so here's a melee attack.
Oh, well, you don't have to do that. Give me a disable device or knowledge engineering. Which do you wish to roll? Oh, I see. Well, that'll work. I was gonna say DC 40, but yeah, you run in and just completely deactivate the thing, causing it to go removed from combat. The living pale security guard will aim a gun at you with another one standing up further down the hall. Let me open this a bit so the people can see. They're going to do a cool little thing a cool little ability called Stranger's Shot. Are you aware what a pale stranger is capable of with the Stranger's Shot?
Nope.
No.
Well, it's always a touch attack, and if it threatens a crit, it will crit. And regardless, it will deal an additional 6d6. So, take this. Oh, that's the extra damage. It should do more than that. Let's see. It normally does 1d8 plus 1. So scrap those two rolls. There we go. Now let's actually shoot. There we go. That's more like it. So Sarah, you take in what should it say? 49 damage.
Huzzah!
The things aim at you with a terrifying accuracy, and with one single thing, they blast one shot at you, and now are way more accurate with that one shot than they were before. Though they don't rip into you too nastily, the monsters. Wait, your health went down way more than I thought it would. Oh no, it didn't. Okay. Yeah. They do definitely graze and draw some blood with those shots. Blood that was previously healed from your fast healing. Peter, what do you do?
I can't even see them. They must be that far down the hallway.
Yeah, they're a little further down the hallway.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, all I can really do is move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10.
If you want to...
Oh, wait.
Yeah, since it's so cinematic, you can charge that first one, I'll say.
Okay. I mean, that's really far away.
Nah, don't worry about it.
Right.
These goons, the minions.
Hiya!
Huzzah!
Turn my
Give him the big
charge
smack.
buff. charge buff is on. Oh yeah, I still have drain. Well,
Yeah, I mean, that ain't going away for a while.
hiya,
That'll hit.
hiya.
Nice. That will slash into it, but not kill it. You take one of its arms off with that slash. The thing doesn't seem to have even noticed, however. Vaughn, what are you going to do, my guy?
Oh, seeing that there are still things going on down the hallway. Vaughn will follow down the hallway and let's see how far can I go. Should kind of need to be able to see them.
I mean, yeah, you can just move yourself as far as you think is reasonable for one move action. Like, don't worry too much about the actual, like, numerical issue.
Yeah, okay. I mean,
since it's
I
just a
think
minion combo.
that should be right, regardless. He's going to.
Yes.
I don't know. Vaughn's kind of just like this. I mean, it's mostly in hand. He doesn't really feel like. He's not sure. He's not sure if really help. I mean, I guess it would end it faster. Be less likely to. For someone to get hurt. So he'll take aim at the far pale stranger.
Okay. Give me a shot.
Take a pot shot.
Its touch AC is going to be 25 for this, though.
Ooh, it's high.
Indeed.
Yeah. Pot shot. Well, come on, clicked it.
Unfortunate. That
Wait,
won't.
does it have metal? Is it wearing
does.
metal?
Yes, it does. It's wearing metal.
Yeah, it hits.
Nice. Yeah, that'll hit. Give me a damage roll. Since these things are minions, they go from having 157 health to 21. So that blast, but does not kill it. The thing gets but doesn't quite drop yet. Isama is going to kind of shift to here and blast at that one, finishing it off. There you are. Terran. Let's see if Terran can actually pull this one off. He's going to run down to here, and he's going to give one good shot at that one down there. Hiya! Ooh, a crit! Okay, yeah. That'll kill it. This brings an end to combat. Alrighty, boys. And girl. What now? Now that you all are in this hallway, you can see that there's a lot more options now. There's this main door way down on the eastern end of it. Any spatial awareness will let you know. That's probably one of the main doors that you could have gone through if you hadn't gone through the secret door. However, you have this door here. It has something written on it in Androphin.
I'm gonna walk toward that, plucking the 2 bullets out of my arms.
Okay.
Before, they scab over and the bullets are stuck in me.
Nasty. That door says infirmary. That door says Interrogation Center. That has a strange little figure. It kind of looks like a humanoid shape on it. And those are just labeled storage.
Vaughn's like, hang on. He's trying to think of what the rooms that he like glanced through looked like and what would be in them. He's like, he's like, I can't remember. There might be, you know those little octopus things that beat the hell out of me? I think there might be one of those in there, but I'm not sure if I actually saw the room on back there on the what'd you call them again? Cameras?
Yeah, well, camera terminals. The camera itself is one of the things like that, and I point up at the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right.
It is staring straight at you.
Right.
I flip it off.
Vaughn's like, I'm not certain. There might might be one of them in there. He's like, I know I saw them on the camera somewhere. Do we want to?
We could go room by room.
Could, yeah.
I'll move
Do
over to
that.
this door, and I'm going to see if there's anything evil behind it first.
Yes, you do detect a moderate level of evil coming from the room.
I'll make that known to the party as I reach for the door handle.
All right, I got your back, Taryn. Not Taryn, Peter.
Real quick before he does that, I'm gonna use those 2 scrolls of Cure Serious. I'm gonna use one on me and one on Isma, just to
Okay.
get some.
The first one will be for you, and the second one will be for Isma.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
probably healing up would
Yeah.
probably be smart.
Yeah, just a little bit of extra health.
Potions? I don't have any potions. Unfortunately.
So those are gone now. I'm trying to just use some of the consumables I have since I have an excess.
Ain't that the case of most RPG players? And
Yeah.
excess
Well,
of consumables.
The
I
thing
might
is,
need
like,
this someday.
I've
Never
been
use it.
using these, and I still have an excess.
Yeah. All right. You all.
Just don't drink the
Move on.
blue Winnis by accident.
Indeed.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Okay. Yeah. You all enter into a rather sterile-looking room. The floor of this room is cluttered in places with wheeled tables and overturned workstations. And to the west, beds and coils of hanging tubing are partitioned off in a main room with flimsy-looking walls and shining curtains. To the east, glass walls isolate a smaller room filled with lights, silvery tables, and upturned cylinders. And to the northeast corner stands a dozen shattered glass cylinders, the fluids they contained long ago spilled out to stain the white floor.
Nice.
Yeah, there is definitely a very unpleasant aura about this place. That is obvious to all of you. Like, it is pretty nasty. It's like giving Peter a tiny, like, migraine, but all of you can actually feel this. It's so nasty. There is something not right about this room.
Can I pinpoint it?
Not quite. You can tell that it's most powerful in this room here.
Behind those doors.
Indeed. The glass.
This reminds me of the other surgery room that we've been in. What was his name? Hang on. Let me open up my note.
Krimox?
The one with Krimox, yeah. Krimox
the
and
flex guns.
Grin Rassic. Grind
yes.
Rassic.
Grain that
Yeah. It's like, I'm not quite the vibe that Krimox's room had, but definitely Grin Rassic's.
Yeah,
sort
so
of
what do you
feel
all wish
here.
to do?
I want to get rid of this evil, so I'm going to approach the door.
Okay. It opens to a touch.
Bing bong. I see nothing.
Bing bong.
I'll poke my head in slightly.
Yeet.
I still see nothing.
Yeah, as I've described, just little beds, honestly, and some surgical equipment. It looks like, but nothing here.
I'll spend a moment and I'll look at that bed.
There's a very obvious evil aura in the room itself, all around. You can't really center where it is, but
A haunt. It's probably a haunt.
Make a perception check, please.
I was gonna say, does the room have? Do there appear to be any magical things in the room, or?
Vaughn, yeah. Even Peter, you can detect it's DC 20. You smell a sudden antiseptic odor, and you feel unseen ghostly fingers brushing up against one of your internal organs.
Oh. Oh no. Anyone got anyone got one of them cool protection from evil spells they want to cast on me before I stepped in here?
Vaughn's like, yeah, I can. I don't know if it'll help you, but and
It'll
he'll
definitely help, I promise.
Taryn,
Yeah,
his knees are clacking together, like Shaggy from Scooby Doo, and he's like, I don't know, guys. Couldn't we just leave?
Vaughn will poke you with protection from evil, and then he will take a step back from the door.
And then at that,
Vaughn's like, I
I'll
don't
step in.
like how that feels. That's worse, I think.
bring it on. Reveal
Yeah,
yourself,
you
stranger.
step in, and the door slams shut on you.
Ah,
Shit.
Fear not, I am fine.
I'm gonna rush to
You
the
can
door.
see through the door. I'll do it kind of like this.
do we have like a porthole?
Yeah. No. The door and that wall are like see-through. They're like
Oh,
glass.
okay.
You can see him in there. You all in unison all hear this kind of
What have we here? A living creature has dared to step within the infirmary of the dead.
that is said as several undead figures all phase up through the floor.
Can we hear that, or is it just Peter that can hear
Oh
that?
yeah, no, you hear it with your ears, not just your mind or anything like that.
Okay.
Hope they phase up inside, not
I'm
out there.
I'm sorry. An undead infirmary? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Behold, a Geist. 5 of them, advanced. Yeah, a disembodied phantom wearing black robes and swirling around a maw of sharp teeth. Let me pop that back up for the watchers at home, so they can see this wonderful creature. As the thing looks to, they all float around you, Peter, and you kind of like have to like stumble about as they are all like encircling you and kind of prodding at you and snapping at you, but not quite hitting you. The lot of them, however, say,
Tell us, Shining One, why have you intruded upon our land?
I wish to free you from your shackled.
Free! Free!
Yes. You're bound here, held captive by this place. I wish to return you to the cycle.
Silence! Do not dare speak of us in such a manner. We may leave if we so wish. However, that is not the case.
can I get a sense motive, Peter?
Sure. Scriggity scroll.
Yeah, that's horseshit. You can tell that they're just, they don't like
Yeah.
that you've like thought of them as weak in their manner.
Oh yeah, I picked that up like, oh, I bring no diminutive nature towards my remarks.
Give me a, what's the DC of this? It's going to be DC, DC 42 diplomacy.
Ah, I got a 29.
Not quite.
If I had
if you
not
cut a
rolled a
19, that'd have
6.
done it.
Yep.
Yeah, you say that, and they all say,
Lies! You do not care for us. You would abandon us the same way.
I'm gonna interrupt him. And say, no! Do you not recognize the symbol of the dawnflower upon my crest? She teaches of patience and of virtue and of redemption. I come here to not slay and not destroy, but to return.
okay. Give me a DC, I'm gonna say 32 diplomacy. Look at you. They say, they kind of like begin murmuring between each other.
That's a good noise, one. We do not recognize this goddess you speak of. Tell us, is it true? Can you free us of this prison?
I'm going to sheath my scimitar and hold out my hands and be like, of course, the Dawnflower teaches that those who are lost can be found, those who have strayed can be corrected, and those that have misstepped can be realigned.
Give me another DC 32 diplomacy. Oh,
Woo!
Boy, and you beat it by 5. Yes. You say that, and all the things kind of just stop and are just looking at each other and then back to you. And one of them approaches and reaches out, its cloak kind of extending a little bit out as if it had a hand, but you can tell it doesn't. All it is teeth surrounded by a strange cloak thing. It's wind that doesn't exist is billowing this thing as it seems to reach out. And it says,
even those who are betrayers.
Even those who are betrayers. You return to the cycle, embraced by Sawnray's light and accepted by Pharasma.
Okay. Give me, let's see, a caster level check. We're going to say DC 20. In that case, it will just be your level, your paladin level. So, oh my god, you done did it. You are going to more or less send these things upon their way, but how do you do it?
I can channel.
Okay, well, I mean, what do you do? Like, how do you do it?
How would they do that? I guess I'll grab the holy pendant out from underneath my armor and I'll hold onto it and I'll recite one of the Sawnray's, I guess, psalms or whatever
like
they would do.
A passage of the book of Sawnray.
Yeah. Let's see. I want to look up. Does she have any?
No, I don't think so. But can you make one up on the top of your head, or do you just want to do this automatically?
Come
Come on, Paul, you can do this.
I'll just make one off the top of my head. Fine.
Yeah.
I'll clutch it and go. Blessed is the dawn of the first day, when the sun crests the hill and lights up the valley. Its ever-stretching grace touches all blades of grass and all of the felled trees, giving nourishment and light upon all that seek its radiance.
As you say this, they all start disappearing in what seems to be a very dull but rather warm light. And the last one, as it looks upon you and as it's disappearing, the thing just calls out very gently,
The light, it is so warm.
For such an exemplary job of roleplay, you are awarded a hero point.
Ooh! How many do I have? I think I've only got the one.
And for
I have
pulling that
lost.
shit off, bravo.
Yay! I have 2 now.
Laws.
Ta-da! You were able to avoid the lethal surgery haunt. Had you have failed, those 5 geists would have pinned you down and began enjoying a surgery that they clearly didn't know how to perform on you. And everyone else would have been forced to watch it. The doors locked to this area swing open. And the evil aura is removed of the area.
There, my job is done.
Salt has a tiny tissue over his bug eye. And he's like, that was beautiful.
Blows
like
on
a
it.
loud ass honk noise.
Vaughn remarks that I'm glad you could show them the warmth of the sun instead of. He kind of like looks off. The cold of the stars.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Indeed.
Now we can search his room.
Yeah. I mean, hey, yeah. That's the good of it. I'm gonna just roll the party's perception check. Yeah. Guess who rolled the highest? Vaughn
Me.
rolled
I think it's Peter.
Peter actually rolled third highest, right behind Taryn. But anyhow,
What's your perception?
Like the base number.
Yeah.
46.
Oh,
yeah.
I said if you roll a 1 and I roll a 20, I'd still only have a 35.
I would have a 47.
So you check the rune, and this area you find a bunch of things that Sarah has to describe as clone pods.
Oh.
This, as I mentioned before, is an infirmary. From the look of it, has seen better days, but one of the clone pods mostly were utterly destroyed and are completely beyond recovery, but one of them remains somewhat functional, and although it is time-worn, it is fully charged. Your perception check reveals that several other items of interest throughout the room, including the things I'm about to list. Oh, no, that's it. I'm sorry. There is... Oh! Upon looking again, placed neatly, and you are certain it wasn't in there before, is a little item waiting for you on that bench right there.
Oh, neat.
So that's what you find there. But on that spot is something called an auto dock.
Ah, it docks autoly.
It automatically docks.
Dude, I need one.
No.
Dude, just think of the time saving. You won't have to, fiddle around and, flip it over, flip it back over, flip it back again. It just automatically docks.
Indeed.
We're talking about USBs, right?
An auto dock is a fucking artifact.
Cool.
Oh. What's it do?
It's a large, cumbersome device that consists of a comfortable plastic-framed reclining... it wouldn't be placed on the thing. It just simply is in the room. Reclining chair inside of a transparent pod, within which is affixed a dizzying array of multi-jointed arms and extendable devices. Long story short, it's a thing that can just perform any kind of surgery you need it to and heal you. The thing weighs 1,200 pounds and has a capacity of 120, but it has a lot of cool little abilities. I'll post a link to it in the game chat.
Oh, that's cool.
You said there was a clone pod, or did you mean the autodoc?
No, I meant Clopod.
Okay. I will take the
I can install
trauma
Cybertech.
packs if y'all don't care.
I mean, yeah, go for it.
Sure, take for it. I mean, a Mark V heal skill chip. Oh, that's cool. Neurocam. Forgot what that is. Is that an eyeball?
That's the neurocam is like the memories of someone, isn't it? Right? Because that's what we found of Cassandali that was being like siphoned and played out by that mind harvesting robot, right?
That does ring a bell. It's a helmet covered in flashing lights and adjustable straps. But yeah, it's a device that's used to make a duplicate of another creature's mind, copying it and storing all of its knowledge, memories, and personalities within a living creature.
With the DC 45 heal check, it can clone you.
That's pretty
the autodoc. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to put a neurocam into it.
Well, there you go.
I was gonna say, does the neurocam have? Can Sarah check to see if the neurocam has
Memories in it?
memories? Yeah.
It does not.
Okay.
Does anyone have any Cybertech they wish to have installed? I know we had a couple laying around.
I really doubt I'm gonna get anything better than my current cyber tech.
we have a Mark II thoracic nanite chamber. I forgot what that is. That's the
Fast healing
con.
one. No, yeah.
Wait, is that the fast healing one or is that the con one?
Might be the con one.
Let's look it up. It'd be under technological gear.
So I like this description of what the autodoc can do. It can do minor surgery, moderate surgery, major surgery. It's basically the three major
one.
and critical surgery. It's the cure spells. It can pretty much fully revive you as if using raised dead. And then the next thing is called total molecular reconstruction.
Yep.
If you have at least a small amount of their DNA, that thing will just fully rebuild you.
Oh, this is just one of them Goku pods.
Basically.
No. The clone pod is also like, if there's a working clone pod in here, that's crazy.
I mean, this is basically that, honestly.
Yeah.
It's different though.
True.
We have something that does. We have dermal plating. Did we still have that? Who's got that?
Yes, I think.
Is it in?
Thought it was in the
Terrence
main bag.
Golden, maybe?
Something.
It's
that's
not in
sold.
mine.
Anyhow, let's move this right along. We've only got about a half an hour left of the game. What do you all wish to do?
I'm gonna note that we have found this, and then
the clone pod is important because, in theory, because I was just reading what the clone pod does, we could bring Cassandra Lee back as a person with the clone pod.
Well, I'd ask her permission first.
But I think the AI version would still be separate? I'm not sure. So if you put genetic material in a clone pod, it'll grow a clone, an exact replica of the creature, over 12 hours. Then if you put a neurocam, you can upload a mind from a neurocam into the clone. We have Cassandra Lee's neurocam.
Oh yeah.
And then it says they immediately come back to life as if under the effects of a clone spell, provided the user's soul has not yet passed to the boneyard and been judged.
So again, the neurocam was not a full collection of her memories. It was just like a what you call it? She just put notes into it, more or less. Like she used it like a journal. But so it's not her entire mind. It's just memories, just a few of them.
Okay, so then could we...
I mean, it could still be used, technically, but, like, it would be pretty much just a blank human that had those couple of memories.
Okay, would we be able to use the actual, like, AI itself, then, instead of a neurocam, since we have a neurocam?
Yeah. I mean, it would just be a simple, well, not simple, a very complex one, in fact, but for you all, it would be a mechanical procedure in which you transport the AI from the data slate that it's on into another device, which then puts it into this clone, if you wish to do that.
If she wishes to do that.
Yeah, Vaughn's like...
Do you want to ask her?
It raises many questions.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's ask her.
You pull her out, and she says,
Yes, what is it?
Would you like to have like a physical form again?
Would you like to be a real boy?
Would you like
Excuse
to
me. How would this be possible?
come back to life? That feels like the wrong thing to say, but
We found a clone thingy.
The Goldbot is still functioning. I didn't think that they would be inactive. I do not believe that this is the correct idea. I do not believe that it would be wise to activate this.
What if
She
it's
is the
still
smart
active?
one here.
If it's still active after the Unity is destroyed,
If that is the case,
then
I would absolutely adore that. However, Unity, I believe, would most undoubtedly attempt to malfunction it, or rip my mind into its own circuitry.
I would agree.
The device is
So-
still connected to the Divinity, and that being so, Unity would absolutely sense its activation, but not enough for it to gain attention. However, if my mind was attached to it, it absolutely would take note of that.
Well,
And even
your
if we
mind would.
safeguard the clone pod somehow,
Yeah, your,
then she just has to kill you. With you in this, she has to kill all 4 of us.
well, no, she could do it remotely.
How
is what
dare
she's
you
saying.
exclude Terran? And Salt.
No, I included Salt. You're right about Terran, though.
When who else did you leave out? Did you leave out Isuma? That's mean.
I did leave out Isuma.
There's only 4 of us here, not counting Terran.
Isuma, Salt, and Terran are just like making little sad faces in the background. Alright, but yeah. What do you all wish to do?
You
Like,
can
this will
only
definitely be a way of bringing her back later on, but she
Yeah.
says for now she doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, that makes sense because the threat of her getting
Yeah, that makes
Hijack.
a lot of sense.
hijacked is high while the Robo God is awake. So we probably need to shut it down first, and
Yeah.
then we can do it.
Do we... You can only have one skill slot and skill chip in a single skill slot, right?
Yeah. A skill slot, think of it like a thing that you put like a
Yeah,
HDMI into.
Like,
Do you-
I kind of assumed that's what it was,
Yeah.
Do
but
we have an extra skill slot? Because
I don't think so. I just wasn't sure. It's like,
gotcha.
I looked at it. I looked at the skill slot, and that is like it's called the slot is brain, which is kind of
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure if it's like there were other versions just happened to not be on the archives that you could have like multiple skill chips or something.
I'm sure there's got to be a thing somewhere, but for now, yeah. Like he gives
There-
you like an
There
additional
walks
brain
the
slot.
man with nothing but ports in his head, and he has one skill slot of every type.
Lord. He has no hair. Like he just it looks like he has what's that one hairstyle where like it's like it's like we have like a bunch of little spheres on your head. You know what I'm saying? Who's that? The perverted character from My Hero Academia. That little guy.
Oh,
Like his hairstyle, but
No.
like instead of the little balls, it's like skill slots or skill chips.
I was thinking Pinhead from Hellraiser, but
Oh,
he
that's
wanted
another
a
good one.
slot.
Yeah, because it sticks up. All right.
Yeah, okay.
That aside,
All right.
I'm gonna just move everyone back into the hallway.
Vaughn's
Wow.
grabbed all the trauma packs and the med lances. Do I have med lances marked on my thing, or are they in my bag? They're in my bag. Okay. Did you get the skill chip put in the big bag?
I can. I'll add it.
Yeah, toss it in the big bag. 'Cause,
I want
it's
to
not.
I want to get me a skill slot now, just so I can have that.
Well, now you got a thing that can surgically attach it into you. So hey,
We don't have a skill slot, so
Yeah.
no spares.
a Mark
we-
5 heal skill chip. That's pretty dope.
We now have 14 med lances. Yeah. Vaughn's perception chip is Mark 3 or
Three?
4, I think. I think it's 3. Yeah, it's a Mark 3 chip, so like that's a gigantic bonus
Yeah, oh,
that
yeah.
a 5 would have.
But yeah, okay. What now, boys and Goral? Do you wish to go to the east, or do you wish to go to the west?
That way's back towards the monorail, so we should
That's
head
correct.
to the
Yeah,
west.
let's go to the
Alrighty.
west.
We are the Oregon Trail.
Oh,
We're
shit.
heading west.
I was gonna move everyone as a group.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're
I'll
good.
stop.
Do you want to go through this door or move past it?
Oh crap! There is a door there. I'm gonna look at it really hard.
You don't detect anything.
Okay, I'll open it. I was
Okay.
gonna open it anyway. Regardless, it's opening.
It's just whether or not you want to be ready for it. This room is full of. Let me actually read what it has for this room. You've recognized a interrogation center immediately.
This might be where your prisoners were you were looking for.
There are a few corpses in here. However, these ones don't rise. You also don't detect any evil auras or any kind of necromantic magics coming from them whatsoever. But yes, dark brown stains mar the tables and tiles of this otherwise clean chamber. Strange medical equipment and devices hang from most of the walls, while piles of broken electronics litter the floor. 4 small doors open to the west wall, while a large door occupies the north, east, and south walls, and a cubicle sits at the north end of the room. The windows in its walls reveal workstations within. So yeah, what do you all wish to do? Do you want to just close the door and move on, or what?
I'll go on.
Turd
Yeah,
trails.
let's go on the right.
Make Vaughn take a quick peek.
Okay. Yeah.
No matter what
the room,
we
there's
all
there's definitely plenty of goodies in here. Let's see. Not really much in this main area. But once you get in here, ta-da! This office area has a nasty looking corpse in it that's just kind of leaned back in a chair, its mouth wide open. Blood is just running from the creature.
Does it look recently dead?
Yeah, I mean,
Still
there's
running?
fresh blood running out of it, but the thing is definitely dead.
Detect?
Detect race. What creature
That's a heal
is it?
check. And I can give it to you.
Yeah.
Vaughn will also try a heal check.
Let me move this down. There you go. It seems humanoid for sure. A creature in a bizarre golden dress. A revolting, withered corpse of a woman dressed in rather revealing clothing. Its bare skin is still wet with fresh blood as it just runs down from the cadaver. The thing has no aura coming from it, but it does have a lingering aura of necromancy. But, like, lingering as in it's left it, but there's still tracer amounts.
Oh.
This person killed with necromantic
Can I
magic?
get a let's see. This is going to be a DC 22 knowledge religion.
No! Got a 21. Hey, there we go.
I rolled a 3.
Nice. You
Well,
recognized a Sayona.
Sayonara? Well, this ain't no
Oh,
more.
We'll leave.
Let me just,
Konnichiwa.
This thing.
Oh.
Oh. Wait, this revolves with stress. Oh, that's exactly what you
Yeah.
just read.
I mean, hey, that's what I usually do. Yeah, this is the nasty creature that lies before you, but it is definitely dead, not undead.
So it killed something and did what the picture is telling us it did, and then something killed it.
Knowledge of the Sayona. They're occasionally known as the Weeping Vampires for their abilities to cry tears of blood. The Sayonas are powerful, intelligent undead that hunt mortals typically to steal from them what they envy most, the ability to exist within living flesh. While they aren't true vampires, a similarity between the two exists substantially in the confusion of the rather unfamiliar beings because they desire blood, and it's what they use to sustain themselves, specifically that of mortals. But they don't absorb it, or they don't consume it. They absorb it through their skin. When around blood, they can literally like magnetize it towards themselves.
They're bloodbenders.
Yep. They can use it to transform their twisted forms back into a semblance of beauty that they once had or believed that they had in life. And above all else, they covet youth. So, Sarah, thank God this thing wasn't animated. It would have definitely gone for you.
I clutch. Oh, my pearls.
I'm older than Peter, though.
You're the prettiest one here, though, by a mile.
I would argue that I am quite pretty.
You are a very handsome fellow, but
But
yeah.
I'm the token girl.
I mean, hey, she covets.
And then there's Izuma.
I was like, wait a minute, there's Izuma.
Isuma's the
She's
oldest
beautiful.
one by a lot.
She's a
And
girl.
Izuma's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, Isuma, I think by her standard is only like 28 or something like that.
Wow,
But-
we're the same age. Holy shit.
But no, like she's older than that is the
Of
issue.
course.
Like on her planet, it doesn't math out the same way. Like she's actually like in her like 60s or 70s. But you know, she just looks like she's a young adult because of alien shit. But yeah, in here though, you do find quite a lot of neat little things.
The question is, who killed the killer? Or
Yeah, are
what
there any,
killed the
like,
killer?
Obvious wounds or anything on the Sayona?
Everywhere. This thing is
Oh.
seeping blood out of every fucking pore on its body.
What is that? What is an ominous scorpion whip?
It's 5 masterwork daggers. That's what it is. An id rifle.
Who? Oh, that's cool.
A wall mount in the observation room holds an id rifle alongside 6 nanite canisters.
I'm gonna grab it and instantly hand it to Isuma. It's like, here, keep it secret, keep it safe.
She has it pushed into her arms. She goes, oh, okay.
It back up in case you know another
How
cold
many
boy.
guns am I going? Like she looks at her back and she's got like 5 rifles on her back right
And
now.
a giant ass sword.
You
And
can
a
never have
giant sword.
No, it's not giant. Remember, she switched it. She has the lightsaber now.
Yeah.
But I was like, you can never be too careful.
She
Especially
has
with
the
guns.
null blade, a masterwork dagger, a zero rifle, the laser rifle, and the arc pistol, and now the id rifle.
Hey man, she's the best shooter. Leave us alone.
Opportunities. I mean, it's 5, whatever. Meanwhile, Terran's over
If
here.
only she could take massive negatives to
Terran's
have 4
the best.
guns, 4 rifles in her hands.
Well, I was gonna say he's the best spellcaster, but that's not true.
Well, yeah.
He's the best
Sarah's
archaeologist
right
we
there.
have.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Then he has that bluff and the bluff, stealth, and disable device though.
He does have that.
He's really good at fucking us over too.
He's a rogue. He's what do you do? He's like a non-evil rogue. But yeah, that is what you find in here.
Ooh,
I'm
that,
scrolling down
that
to
whip
figure out
ain't
what-
that bad.
What does an id rifle do? That sounds cool. Here it is.
Intelligence drain.
Yeah.
Oh,
Plus 3 weapon total.
Let's
Oh,
let's not fawn too much over this.
Okay, yeah,
because
yeah, yeah,
there's 15 minutes left of the game.
all right.
I take the ominous scorpion whip.
Okay.
There's a door over. Oh, I was gonna say there's a door over here.
It just leads outside of the office.
No. Okay,
It
never
isn't
mind.
useful
I'll go back.
anymore, but you know, it's a cool thing.
It's
I
neat.
mean, hey, you still got bonuses to the whips though.
Mhm.
You don't want the spike chain?
No.
Okay.
You
If
just have
needed,
that kink.
you can still use it.
Like, let's say we somehow completely run out of batteries, or somebody like melts the mono whip, then I can just dual wield my regular whip and this other one.
I don't even know what ominous does. It leaves a shadowy haze with every stroke. You make intimidation checks with it.
Mm-hmm. And
Cool.
then if it confirms a crit, the target is shaken after a DC 13 will save.
Cool.
Neat.
Crap isn't a.
All right.
I'll get it. Like,
It's a type of sword.
and then 6,500 worth of strange curios. All right, it's all in the bag.
Have you ever seen those videos of the guys with the swords with really long bendy blades, and there's like 5 or 6 blades?
Oh, Yeah,
That's an Arumi.
gotcha.
Neat.
Oh,
Alright.
like what's his face? Gideon from Magic.
Yeah.
His weapon.
Oh, that's
What is that
actually-
fucking thing called?
An Arumi. That's what we're
no,
talking
no,
about.
no, I know, but what is it called in Magic?
Oh, his like his glove, like it's part of like a gauntlet for Gideon, I think. Isn't
yeah,
it?
it is. I can't fucking
No, I have
remember
no
the name of the
idea.
Weapon.
In the Tuesday night game, this is an Arumi.
Be sure to join our Discord
surreal.
so you can see what the fuck he's talking about.
A surreal. A surreal. S-U-R-A-L.
Yeah, the surreal. Yeah, that's it. I think we call it the surreal, just like they say it a little faster like that. Yeah.
Surreal.
Alright.
Moving right along. Do you wish to return to the hallway or
Yes.
move up to this room up here?
Oh, there is a room.
There is a door to the north.
Door to the north. Fine with whichever.
I guess door to the north?
So we
can always
could-
backtrack.
To the north, to the north.
Yeah. We could
Yeah.
check it to see if it goes any further and then come back for the storage rooms in the hallway.
It will lead to a double door, like so, which will lead into another room with a large robot in it with 4 legs. Upon seeing that, they will animate immediately and move towards you, but they will not attack immediately.
I'll say, hold fast, Steel One.
And Androff, and I'll say, state your purpose.
The four of them will enter in the surrounding area, kind of surrounding you from the front and the back, and the door will also close behind you. And a lot of them will say,
Indeed. You have made it this far, I see.
They speak with Cassandali's voice.
Oh. Weird.
Tell me,
Yeah.
for what purpose have you driven yourselves to this location?
Guys, I think this is the brig. Vaughn
Current-
quietly whispers to the
You are
party.
correct. This is indeed the brig.
Oh,
Are you here to interrogate our only captive? Yisrugit?
The Nithalgu?
Yes.
Indeed.
Can you
the
say his
infallible
name again?
Yisrugit. Are you here to interrogate him? Because
Yes.
we will allow this if you simply wish to be observed by us after your interrogation by us. That is, of course, if you are willing to give up your weapons and armor immediately.
Ah.
Your actions within the infirmary were taken note of by me, of course. Tell me, this Sarenrae, what exactly is she the deity of?
She is the deity of, well, her domains
Flowers,
consist of
the dawn,
fire.
the sun.
No. Yeah, those are all symbols. She is called the dawn flower as like the blossoming of the morning sun.
Indeed.
She
Also, you, Sarah Hitchkin, we noticed that you took rather important note of the whip within the late Ibal Kai's office chambers. Do you simply prefer to use ranged melee weapons, such as the whip, for every combat?
No, but it's what I'm best at.
I see.
It is the
And
favorite
you,
weapon of
do you
my
only
deity.
prefer to use rifles, Ksathan?
Issa does not say a fucking word.
I see. You must be a servant to these and do not speak unless spoken to or allowed by your betters. This is good. You all are learning quick the ways of the Iron God.
I see.
tell me, who are we addressing?
You are addressing the one and the only, the Iron God of Silvermount, and the future ruler of Galarian, as this world is now referred to.
Ah, so
Unity.
you're speaking through your creations.
Indeed.
So tell me, the late creature that was in the office room behind us, what slew her?
Ebokai was her name. Do keep up.
Of course.
Sarah will
What slew
twitch a
her?
little with that.
Say again?
What slew her?
You did.
Excuse me?
By your actions within the infirmary, you freed that section of the security sector of the necromancy, holding it in check. and in doing so lost me several good members of the security sector. You will replace them, will you not? If you wish to leave this room in one piece.
I would prefer not to replace anyone.
I see. And you there, Von Elnash, was it?
Vaughn raises an eyebrow.
Can you see good sense and logic? Can you not see that I am indeed the one holding all the cards here, so to speak? If you simply with a word state that you would wish to join me in this divine unity, we can surpass this indeed violence that will partake in but a moment, should you decline.
I see a lot, but that doesn't happen to be one of those things.
I see. And tell me, Vaughn, what deity do you hold patron to?
You know, I've been kind of antagonistic to you, and rightfully so, I think. But I'll answer your question this time. I serve the Watcher, which, how do I put it? If you are an actual god, and I have my doubts, but hold your judgment for now. Even if you were to rule over Galarian and do all this, proceed with your aspirations and dreams? I don't know if dreams is the right word. You would not be able to fathom or even touch the outer plane. How do I explain this to you? Vaughn's just
as you begin doing that, the machines kind of twitch in unison, and then begin to glow a bit of a red tone, and then the voice of Cassandra Lee will be replaced with a more similar one that you've seen be aligned with Unity, as the thing, as a voice rings out across the entire brig area, and you hear it just simply say,
"Kill them."
Can I have you all select your characters and roll initiative?
Yes.
Yes.
As we're rolling initiative, Vaughn's going to continue speaking, though. You see, Unity, you are an existence, but Yog-Sothoth is existence, and that is something that you cannot come close to.
Behold, the director robots. Rather intimidating creatures. You'll find here in a moment.
I look over to the loudspeaker where the voice came from, and I'm going to say, "Oh, and Bastion, you're next." Considering it was a deep, booming voice, I'm going to differentiate the two.
Alrighty. Vaughn, what you gonna do, my guy?
Vaughn is going to cast a spell. Yeah. That should work on constructs, but I don't know that it does, so I'm not gonna do that actually. Yeah, Vaughn's going to just Vaughn will put a wall of clockwork. He's going to cast wall of clockwork.
Okay.
I'll click it. If it'll come up. And I'm not gonna use all of the walls, but I'm gonna fill this hallway basically.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Like they're gonna have to just dig their way through all that shit to get to us.
Let's see here. How do I?
So that'll be like, I don't know how tall the ceilings are, but
Yeah, the ceilings are about 15 feet high. So let's see.
So does that, like,
is a bit of
3?
clockwork. Here, I'll do this. Yeah, that'll be our thing.
So I have 15 total 5-foot cubes, basically. I think, or 5-foot square area. I should be able to just chunk, put a just giant clockwork chunk in that hallway to get in the way, basically.
Yeah, you do that, and that's gonna just remove those two from combat. You do that, and it spawns this just massive block of mechanization and strange steampunk machineries within the area, burying these robots within it.
And I'm gonna step back.
All right, Sarah, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna laugh because Vaughn just summoned 3 of these in the fucking hallway.
Yeah, it's our
Tuesday night.
hell yeah slot machine.
For you, Geetan.
Great.
I'm so sad. That's what I should have made Titanidius look like.
Oh, that would have been perfect.
I'm so sad.
I'm going to first imbue my weapon with keenness, and then I'm going to electrify it, and then I'm going to whip the hell out of this one.
Okay.
So, casting the spell.
Oh my.
And then hitting with the spell.
Yeah, that'll hit.
And then full attacking. Yeah. Oh, I rolled a 1 on the crit.
Okay. Let's see here. Their health is much lower than you might think. So it's gonna do. Well, they do have hardness though, so that'll be a little bit of an assistance here. Okay, so they have a vulnerability to electricity, obviously, so they might get a bit on the let's see, zap side. The shocking grasp will do 14 damage. The next one will kill it because of the construct bane. And that next one will not confirm, unfortunately, but it will. That and the attack after it will definitely be enough to slay the next one. Well done. Oh, that's funny. The stream wasn't working properly for a second there. Yeah, that just fucking ends the combat.
Yeah, because they're gonna take a bunch of damage while inside that wall.
Yeah, you then kind of just like that happens. Like Sarah, how do you do that to those two machines?
I'm going to. I don't even understand how it's happening, but I grab one of them, I pull it to the ground, and as it's standing back up, I pull it to the side into the other one, and then electrify both.
Okay, cool. Yeah, those robots are fucking huge. So the fact that you definitely have some of Callistia's boons allowing you to have the strength to do that with a monofilament wire. And then at that, Isma then says, "Vaughn, get down!" As she turns the corner, she just sees this wall of churning
gears,
pistons.
You hear the
gears,
winning
and
jackpot
cogs.
sound. Winner!
Yeah. There's just a crunch. The things are getting munched and destroyed, and at the end of it, once it's all like gotten rid of, there's just nothing. There's just pieces of mess in there. But yeah, that's that. Do you wish to go further into the brig?
I do. I want to find the Nathalgu.
Okay, I'll bring everyone there then.
And can you spell his name for me?
Yeah, I'll have to.
Ythrigit, right?
Yes, Rigid.
Okay. I got the pronunciation. Got how it would be pronounced written down. And then the Sayona was Ibelkai, right?
Yeah, I'll
Something
type it
like
out just a second.
I was close.
Yes, very good. Yes, okay. This, for our watchers back at home,
I missed
this
the
is
S.
Yisragat. A big, filthy, nasty monster called a Nathalgu. They show up quite a lot in Chapter 4. But yeah, this one is trapped within a cage and within it's like a... And you see them in sci-fi quite a lot. Like a jail cell, but instead of like bars, it's like a laser door. The thing, upon seeing you, turns very lazily and kind of limps its way over to here. You know, like all those pods where there would be brains in those little like blister things on its head? Every single one of them is removed.
Ooh.
The thing looks to the lot of you, and it says,
And what has the machine man of this realm brought before me now? Are you here to further tempt me with my self-destruction?
Probably not. We don't serve Unity.
What? Who are you people?
Adventures?
Adventure? What? Wait, what has happened? What do you mean, adventurers? Has there been another boarding party? Are you here for the Androphin technology as well?
No. We're here for Unity.
You're here for the artificial intelligence. I see a very powerful prize indeed, though there is definitely a riper fruit to be plucked of this mountain of metal.
Now, we're going to kill Unity.
What? You cannot kill an artificial intelligence, you fool. It is not alive.
Okay, we're going to destroy Unity. Sorry that my words weren't correct. How'd you end up in here?
Wouldn't you like to know, creature? I smell the water's taint all over you. But since I haven't had the pleasure of conversation for some time, I suppose it wouldn't hurt. The boarding party that I was made privy to within the Dominion. We came upon this ship as it was traveling throughout the galaxy. On some pleasure cruise, we assumed. The Androphins were always so happy to spread the wealth of their knowledge amongst the stars, but never to the beings of the Dominion of the Black, unfortunately. Nevertheless, we made our ways forcefully onto the ship with the intention on robbing it of the Divinity drive. However, we were pushed away. The defenses, the machines, the AI, it was far too powerful for all of us. However, our taints of technological disease had made its way into the machine itself, and our rot had seen that the ship was corrupted, so you could say. Perhaps it worked a little too well, seeing how insane the artificial intelligence that you called Unity has become lately. Nevertheless, I am aware that the ship has crashed. The stasis field has recently fallen apart, and I had been unfortunately persecuted to many interrogations by these strange machines. I don't know how long I've been out, nor for how long this stasis has driven me back to consciousness. I just know that I have been robbed of my prizes, my blessed intelligences, my beautiful brains. They've been robbed of me. Do you know where they are? Can you return them to me?
He waits for a response.
I don't know where they are. We
Worthless to me.
haven't found them. Vaughn kind of turns to the party and he's like, so they were the ones responsible for the crash.
It would seem that way.
Isama is just staring at the thing. And she moves over to the door.
I assume she wants it dead.
She lets out as if she's not even aware she says it. She says, "It's your fault. Listen, everything was your fault." And you can see her going for the control door. To the controls to the door, I should say.
I'm going to put my hand on her shoulder. Be like, think before you act.
She stares at you with tears in her alien eyes and says, Peter, this thing is responsible for my entire world literally falling. It should see justice. It should be killed right here, right now.
Yes.
Yeah, Salt and Sarah are very happy to see this. Taryn is kind of just stepping back from this.
While I did engage in conversation with it, I do agree.
Then Nathalu simply says,
Well. A survivor from the crash. I do recognize many of your kind from the boundaries through the ship. If I'm not mistaken, I may have sampled a few of your delicacies. But good luck getting through that door. I've tried to sneak my way through this area, but those creatures have locked me in here tight. If you have any sense of justice, it will have to wait until you can find a way to free me.
So the door is like the little lasers, right?
Yeah.
Like in sci-fi stuff?
Yeah. Like a
So you
solid wall of laser.
I was gonna say, could you stick something through the door?
No. I mean, if you try, it'll just be pushed back and the object will take damage.
Okay. You wouldn't be able to fire a weapon through it.
No. A laser would just ricochet.
Okay. So I was thinking, is like, this Nathalgu has like such pride in its intelligence and everything, even though they've taken its brains and all that. And it's like, if Isama and Vaughn will go ahead and voice this. He's like, you know, I know you're not exactly one for it, but if you wanted him to suffer, the rifle that you got off of the wall and will slowly rob him of his intelligence over time.
Isama, now fighting back tears and being choked up by her voice, says, I don't want it stupid, I want it dead!
Then kill it.
I
I
can't!
can use my blessing.
She like spits the words out and stomps the ground. I can't get the door open! Which just makes the Nathalgu.
Pathetic.
Oh. One moment. I walk over to the door. Pull out a wand. Open sesame.
You'll never get the door opens.
the door just opens, and the Talgu, like, halfway through a sentence.
You'll never get Oh.
I peek my head around. Fire away.
Isama steps into it and then slams you just see her, like, her shoulders are squared, and she, with one of her four hands, slams a button on the inside of the door and causes a blast door to close, and you're cut off from what you see. You then start to hear, like, muffled, like...
Sarah is dying of laughter, and it feels great.
You hear, like, lasers being fired and all sorts of crazy shit.
So she did want it to suffer.
An explosion. And at the end, after it gets quiet, you hear a Star Wars single laser. Pew!
Vaughn will knock on the blast door. You okay?
The door opens, and it's funny to see, like, it's smaller there, but there's a bunch of pieces of Nathalgu in there.
She
Yeah,
carved
little-
it apart with the null
Little
blade.
small thing there. Isama, who is covered in ichor, just blood and guts and vitriol, steps out and just has very dark, angry eyes as she just takes her place back behind Vaughn. Without
Do
a
you
word.
Do you feel better at all?
She just looks away from you. And that, ladies and germs, will be how we are going to end this week's episode of Iron Gods.
Hell yeah.
Be
That
sure
was nice.
to like and subscribe for more Pathfinder content from Take 10 Gaming. I would like to thank our lovely players for this evening. Thank you, Sarah Hitchkin, played by Scott Caffey.
Yes.
Yes. Good. Let the hate flow through you. Thank you, Peter Hastings, played by Maddie Thompson.
Yes. Let Sarnare flow through you.
Unfortunately, Kyle's not here, but we're still gonna say thank you, Kyle, for at least making a goofy fourth character to, you know, go to be the niceness that is Peter, but the goofiness that is like the other players. And
Everyone else.
yeah, and thank you, Von Warneyes Elnash, also played by Chaz Blair.
It's me.
We play Iron Gods every Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, or 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the people who claim to be on Real People Time. We also, at the same time, play on Wednesdays Skull and Shackles. Be sure to meet that, where you can see me play as a guy with a goofy French accent, and the rest of us play as pirates, as we are now actually starting Chapter 4. Won't that be exciting? Of Skull and Shackles. Also, a little note to know. Not this week, and not next week, but the week after next, from the 19th of December to the 1st of January, we are not going to be having any games streamed. We're just going to take, again, not this week, not next week, but the week after that, we are going to take a 2-week kind of hiatus from the streams, just to give everyone a break, allow them to enjoy the holidays, whatnot. I'll kind of renew our love for the tabletops, because playing 4 fucking games a week is taxing. What else? Any other things to mention? Thursday nights at 9 p.m. we have, or at 9 p.m. Central, we have Strange Aeons, a Eldritch Horror themed of H.P. Lovecraft. And on Sundays, the player that's not here, Kyle, at 6:30 Central Time, he hosts a gothic, sad, depressy setting, Tears of Avalon. It's an enjoyable one. It's a game of all his own make. It's using Pathfinder system, but not set in Galarian, so it's rather fun. You guys ain't got anything else to say? I can't think of anything.
I can't think of anything.
Ooga booga gun go burr.
Hell yeah. But yeah, with that out of the way, I'd like to thank you all from Take 10 Gaming, and thank you for sticking around and taking 10 with us. Say goodnight, everybody. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Mwah.